Love is the first and most essential bond, but is also the invisible thread, woven with time, attention, and tenderness through consistent nurturing relationships.
Kate Middleton's breaking point, the comment from Harry that changed everything. For a long time, Kate Middleton was reportedly the one person in the royal family who never completely gave up on Prince Harry. While Prince William was said to be deeply frustrated and palace relations became increasingly strained, Kate was often described as someone who still hoped a path to reconciliation could be found. She quietly kept that door open for years, even as tensions continued to grow behind the scenes. But according to royal commentators, there came a moment that changed everything. A remark Harry made during a televised interview was said to hit especially hard, leaving even Kate, known for her patience and calm approach, feeling that enough was enough. The royal peacekeeper who kept trying. Before getting into the reported comment that sparked fresh controversy, it's worth looking at a part of this story that many people overlook. Throughout the very public fallout between William and Harry, Catherine, Princess of Wales, was frequently portrayed as an unofficial peacemaker within the family. As books, documentaries, interviews, and legal disputes kept the royal rift in the spotlight, Kate was often said to be working quietly in the background, hoping to ease tensions and keep communication alive. Royal author Christopher Anderson, who spoke with multiple sources while writing Kate, the courage, grace, and power of the woman who will be queen, told Fox News Digital she would not give up. Even after Harry criticized William in his memoir Spare, she was willing to keep trying. That claim stands out for a reason. Harry's memoir Spare, released in January 2023, included personal accounts of family disagreements and private conversations that generated major headlines around the world. Yet despite all the drama and non-stop media attention, reports suggest Kate still believed a reconciliation might be possible, showing remarkable patience and determination under intense public scrutiny. A staff member from Sandringham, who spoke with royal author Christopher Anderson, summed it up this way: Princess Catherine is the sweetest, most loving person you could ever know. But like everyone else, she has her limits. And according to those close to the situation, those limits were eventually reached. After years of trying to hold things together, there came a point where Kate reportedly felt she could not keep carrying that responsibility alone. What makes this story even more interesting is that Kate's efforts were never viewed as purely personal. They were also tied to her commitment to the monarchy itself. She understood that public divisions inside the royal family could damage the institution's image and stability. Protecting that image often meant putting her own feelings aside and continuing to push for peace, even when the situation became increasingly difficult. According to Anderson, Kate Middleton was willing to make tremendous sacrifices for her husband, and frankly because she understood that the monarchy is extremely important, not only to the UK, but to the Commonwealth. Reports suggest she made those sacrifices again and again, until one particular BBC interview reportedly changed the equation completely, a friendship that once seemed unshakable. To understand why Harry's later comments reportedly affected Kate so deeply, it helps to look at the relationship they once shared. This was not simply a case of family members getting along out of duty. By many accounts, Harry and Kate had a genuine friendship that lasted for years and was built on trust, laughter, and shared experiences. According to Anderson, the two instantly clicked when they first met. They reportedly shared a playful, offbeat sense of humor and often enjoyed joking around together, sometimes even teasing William in a lighthearted way. Harry himself once described Kate as the sister he never had. In Spare, Harry wrote, "I liked making her laugh, and I was quite good at it." That quote paints a picture of a relationship that felt natural and sincere rather than forced by royal expectations. Former royal butler Grant Harold also described how close they appeared to be. He noted that Harry and Kate would sometimes spend time together when William was away, doing everyday activities that helped them escape the pressures of royal life. Anderson highlighted this dynamic as well, explaining, "What interests me most was the relationship between Kate and the two brothers, and the fact that she acted as a kind of go-between. William, Harry, and Kate had a very close relationship. For years, they looked like a tight-knit trio, making the later fallout seem even more surprising and dramatic. For years, Harry spoke warmly about Kate, and often referred to her as the sister he never had. The two were known for sharing jokes, making each other laugh, and maintaining a close friendship that appeared strong from the outside. According to royal accounts, their connection was built on genuine affection and mutual support rather than simple family obligation. Kate was also said to be encouraging during important moments in Harry's personal life. When he talked about wanting to find the right partner and hoped their close trio would eventually become a foursome, she reportedly reassured him by saying, "You'll find someone. It just takes time." Small moments like that helped create the image of a relationship that many believed would last no matter what challenges came their way. That's what makes the later fallout so striking. The Kate, who reportedly reached her breaking point, was not someone who had been distant or indifferent. She was someone who, according to numerous royal commentators, had spent years offering friendship, support, and understanding. Because of that history, any public comments involving the family were likely to carry far more emotional weight than they otherwise would have. The BBC interview that triggered fresh controversy. In May 2025, Prince Harry gave a widely discussed interview to the BBC from California shortly after losing his final legal appeal regarding publicly funded security arrangements in the United Kingdom. The issue had been at the center of a lengthy dispute following his decision to step back as a working royal in 2020. During the interview, Harry spoke openly about the impact the conflict had allegedly had on family relationships. He said that communication with King Charles III had become strained and expressed disappointment over the ongoing situation. He also called for government involvement in resolving concerns surrounding security arrangements. Then came the remark that immediately grabbed headlines around the world. "I would love reconciliation with my family," Harry said. "There's no point in continuing to fight anymore. Life is precious. I don't know how much longer my father has." The statement quickly became one of the most discussed parts of the interview. Supporters viewed it as an emotional appeal for healing, while critics argued that it raised sensitive issues in a very public setting. The comment sparked intense debate across television, newspapers, and social media platforms almost instantly. At the time, King Charles, then 76, was undergoing treatment for cancer, though details about his condition had not been fully disclosed publicly. Because of those circumstances, Harry's remarks generated significant attention and concern, with many royal observers questioning how the comments would be received behind palace walls. According to reports, the reaction inside royal circles was far more serious than many people initially realized. Royal author Christopher Anderson explained why Prince Harry's BBC comments reportedly caused such a strong reaction within royal circles. According to Anderson, the timing played a major role in how the remarks were received. As Anderson described it, the controversy centered on Harry's statement that he wanted reconciliation because, as he put it, "We just don't know how long my father has." Coming at a time when King Charles was undergoing cancer treatment, the comment immediately drew widespread attention and sparked intense discussion in the media. What made the situation especially sensitive was that the message was delivered during a major televised interview rather than through a private conversation. Instead of remaining a family matter, it became an international headline almost overnight. News outlets, commentators, and social media users began debating the king's health, creating a wave of speculation that quickly spread across the public sphere. Whether intended that way or not, critics argued that the remarks shifted focus toward questions about the king's condition and future. Supporters saw the comment as an emotional appeal for reconciliation, while others believed it placed an intensely personal issue into the public spotlight. The result was a fresh storm of controversy that dominated headlines for days. Harry also stressed during the interview that he believed the long-running dispute over security arrangements remained the main obstacle preventing progress between him and his family. He stated, "There have been so many disagreements and differences between me and some of my family. This situation, ongoing for 5 years and concerning human life and safety, is the sticking point. It is the only thing that's left." However, according to royal commentators, discussions about security were quickly overshadowed by the reaction to his comments regarding King Charles's health. Inside royal circles, that became the story everyone was talking about. William's anger, Kate's disappointment, and the palace fallout. Reports suggest the response within the royal family was both immediate and emotional. Anderson, citing palace sources and courtiers, described 2 different reactions that ultimately pointed in the same direction. According to one courtier, Kate was deeply disappointed by Harry's remarks, while William was said to be extremely angry over how the situation had unfolded. Anderson further claimed that Kate reached a point where she told William she was done trying to repair the relationship with Harry. That reported decision carried particular weight because Kate had long been viewed as one of the few family members still hoping for reconciliation. If true, it signaled a dramatic shift from years of patience, support, and efforts to keep communication alive behind the scenes. For many royal watchers, that was the moment the situation appeared to reach an entirely new level of seriousness. What makes this reported turning point so significant is the history that came before it. For years, Kate was widely viewed as one of the few people still willing to keep hope alive for a future reconciliation. Through explosive memoir revelations, high-profile interviews, documentaries, legal disputes, and non-stop media attention, she was often described as someone trying to prevent the family divide from becoming permanent. According to Christopher Anderson, Kate's reaction to the BBC interview was not simply about protecting the monarchy or supporting William. Reports suggest it was also influenced by her own personal experience with serious health challenges. In early 2024, Kate underwent major abdominal surgery, after which cancer was discovered. She later received preventative chemotherapy and announced in September 2024 that she had completed her treatment. That experience gave her a first-hand understanding of the fears, uncertainty, and emotional strain that can come with a cancer diagnosis. Because of that, royal commentators have suggested that Harry's public remarks about King Charles's future may have been especially difficult for her to hear. Rather than viewing the interview solely as a member of the royal family, she may also have seen it through the perspective of someone who had personally faced questions about health and mortality herself. Anderson shared his view of the situation, saying, "It was hurtful to Kate as well, I believe. Of course, it just ignited a firestorm of speculation about how sick the king really was. Kate felt this would be it. She wasn't going to try anymore, and as a result, there was no chance of reconciliation. In fact, I don't think we're ever going to see them make amends. At least it's not on the horizon now." If those reports are accurate, the significance goes beyond a single interview. It would mark the moment when one of the strongest supporters of reconciliation finally lost faith that the relationship could be repaired. William's reaction was reportedly even more intense. Sources described him as being extremely angry following the interview. According to royal observers, years of public disagreements, family tensions, and highly publicized disputes had already placed enormous strain on the relationship between the brothers. The BBC appearance was viewed by some as yet another painful chapter in that ongoing conflict, pushing emotions inside royal circles to a new level and deepening an already dramatic divide. How Meghan's arrival changed the dynamic, and when the Fab Four began to fracture. Many royal observers point to Meghan Markle's arrival in Prince Harry's life as a major turning point in the relationships within the royal family. After Harry began dating the American actress in the summer of 2016, attention quickly shifted to how Meghan would fit into an already established family dynamic. At first, there was widespread excitement. Commentators and media outlets frequently spoke about the possibility of a strong partnership between William, Kate, Harry, and Meghan. The group was even nicknamed the Fab Four, with many seeing them as the future face of a more modern monarchy. However, reports over the years have suggested that building close relationships inside such a high-pressure environment was never going to be simple. According to Christopher Anderson, Meghan and Kate came from very different backgrounds and had different life experiences, which may have contributed to misunderstandings and differing expectations. Some royal commentators have pointed to their early interactions as evidence of contrasting personalities and communication styles. While accounts vary depending on the source, observers often noted that the two women appeared to approach relationships and public life in different ways. Over time, those differences became the subject of constant media attention and speculation. At the same time, tensions were reportedly developing between Harry and William. By late 2018, reports suggested disagreements had emerged regarding family matters and the pace of changes within royal life. In 2019, Harry and Meghan separated from the royal foundation they had shared with William and Kate. Then, in January 2020, Harry and Meghan stepped back from their roles as working royals, marking one of the biggest royal shakeups in decades. Despite all of that drama, reports suggest Kate continued trying to keep communication channels open. While relationships between various family members became increasingly strained, she was often described as someone encouraging understanding rather than conflict. According to royal commentators, she remembered the years when she and Harry shared a close friendship, laughed together, and supported each other through major life events. That history is why many royal watchers view her reported reaction to Harry's BBC interview as such a significant moment. If she truly was one of the last people still hoping for reconciliation, then losing that support would represent a major shift in the family dynamic. The point of no return? The question now dominating royal discussions is whether the divide between Harry and the rest of the royal family can ever truly be repaired. While some observers still believe reconciliation is possible someday, others argue that the wounds have become so deep and public that rebuilding trust may be more difficult than ever before. Based on comments from royal experts and reported palace sources, many observers believe reconciliation between Prince Harry and the royal family remains highly uncertain. Some think there is still a path forward, while others argue that the divide has grown so deep that repairing it could take years, if it happens at all. According to royal commentators, Harry's May 2025 BBC interview was viewed as especially sensitive because it touched on issues involving King Charles and Kate Middleton during a period when both had publicly faced cancer-related health challenges. For some observers, that timing made the interview one of the most controversial moments in the ongoing royal dispute. British journalist Jenny Bond told OK magazine that Kate reportedly felt hurt by events that unfolded following Harry and Meghan's departure from royal duties. Bond also suggested that Kate once believed reconciliation was still possible, particularly after seeing Harry and William interact following Prince Philip's funeral in 2021. At the time, many royal watchers saw that funeral as a potential breakthrough moment. Harry had traveled from California, and cameras captured him speaking with William after the service. Reports suggested Kate hoped the conversation might help ease tensions between the brothers and open the door to future discussions. For a brief period, there appeared to be cautious optimism. However, the relationship remained strained, and subsequent public disagreements kept the conflict in the spotlight. Over the following years, the release of Spare, documentary projects, legal disputes, and additional interviews continued to generate headlines and fuel debate about the state of family relations, according to Christopher Anderson, who has spoken with numerous sources connected to royal circles. Each new controversy appeared to make reconciliation increasingly difficult. As public disputes continued, trust reportedly became harder to rebuild, leaving both sides further apart than before. During his BBC interview, Harry stated that his father won't speak to me because of this security issue. In earlier interviews, including one with ITV in 2023, he also expressed a desire to reconnect with his father and brother, while claiming progress had been difficult to achieve. Meanwhile, royal commentators have suggested that other family members may view public discussions of private matters as a major obstacle to rebuilding trust. As a result, both sides are often portrayed as waiting for the other to make the first move. Harry has repeatedly spoken about wanting reconciliation, while critics argue that continued public commentary has complicated those efforts. The situation remains one of the most talked about royal stories in the world. Adding another layer to the speculation, some reports have claimed that King Charles hopes family divisions can eventually be healed. According to those reports, he would like to see relationships improve over time and believes forgiveness may still be possible. Whether that happens remains one of the biggest unanswered questions surrounding the royal family today. According to reports, King Charles has long believed that family disagreements should not overshadow the bigger responsibilities that come with his position. That is why some royal observers see the current situation as so remarkable. If even calls for peace and reconciliation are no longer changing minds, it highlights just how serious the divide has become. Many commentators argue that Kate's reported frustration was not the result of one interview alone. Instead, they believe it reflected years of growing tension, public controversies, family disagreements, and repeated efforts that failed to bring lasting progress. By the time of Harry's BBC interview, some royal experts felt that her patience had simply reached its limit. Whether reconciliation eventually happens remains one of the biggest unanswered questions surrounding the royal family. Could time heal these wounds, or has the relationship been damaged beyond repair? Only the future will reveal what happens next. If you found this story interesting, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others who follow royal news. Also, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Harry and the royal family can rebuild their relationship, or is the rift now too deep to fix? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.